We are live. We are live. Right, I'm going to take this first little 5 minutes to just go through some of these coins which are giving us opportunities today. This is the first little 5 minutes to just go through some of these coins which are giving us opportunities today. This is the Hang on a second. Okay. Right then, so let's go through some coins. So let's refresh the page. So this is the Ribbon Flow Pro dashboard. This is where you can find those juicy coins that are getting large amounts of volume to their market cap. Some of them will be risky. Pull the lever. We'll see the best ones today. We just click on them and it will add them to a list for us to transfer over to TradingView. You can literally just click this, download it. That we will do in a second. We'll download it and we'll import it into TradingView, and then we can chart these coins. So let's let these load up. While we wait for them to load up, we can go down here to some more opportunities. So these are the top 100 coins that are probably going to be worth trading. You've got Pepe in there. We'll have a look at Pepe. Knight, this one is moving quite nicely at the moment, up and down for you to catch those long and shorts. Siren, this one down 73%. This is a highly manipulated coin that you could make a lot of money on. I've not really had the time to sit and trade recently, but yeah, this one would have been great. Sun, Mon is a popular coin. This Edge coin is getting 81% of its volume to market cap, so we'll add that to our list as well. Okay, our list is loaded up here. So this is the top coins up here. So yeah, we've already got Knight. Say is getting 39%. It's up 11%. We'll add that. Sun, Kite. Kite is not getting a crazy amount of volume, to be honest. But this one got killed, to be honest. This one was worth a great short. There's that Siren. Ray up 20%. Okay, I'm going to format these in order of market cap because I prefer the higher market cap coins to trade on higher volume. Plasma up 10%. Oh, yep. Whiff. Ray is getting nearly its volume. Ontology already on the list. 84%. We're at this one. Okay, what's this? It's getting 400%. Stake Stone, we'll take a look at that. Mina is getting some volume. Aria AI, this is one that I'm watching for short levels, which are probably coming up if it gets this quick pump today. Okay. Zama is getting 120% of its volume. We'll take a look at that in a minute. If anyone joins us and has any other coins worth trading, we'll have a look at them. Scale. Okay. G is getting 170%. Anything else? Cat, traded G before. ZBT getting down the list now. Okay, so that's quite a long list for us to look at. We will download this list. We are going to save this. And we are going to head over to TradingView to chart these coins. And we will also be charting some traditional stuff as well. So TradingView. Let's pull up TradingView. Okay, we're on TradingView. We are in my strike time now, so I think now is a good time to find some trades. We might have some live trades come up. And if you join, let me know that you've joined. It will pop up on my screen. If you've got any questions, ask away. I'll probably be more just doing some live trading, to be honest. Okay, so the US 500, we've got to kick things off over here. On our previous stream, we mentioned areas where we'd like to short, and it's not reaching up to these levels. Let's get our trading bot set up so we can see higher time frame ribbons. And let's get rid of the drawings for now. The daily is on 12-hour. Okay. Okay, so we are looking at the US 500 on a 4-hour time frame. Currently, we have massive resistance here on the trend line, which is spiking up to, trying to reach. It's kind of failing a little bit here. These wicks, if you had positions here on these wicks, they're lovely positions. On a lower time frame, it's not really spiking up on a lower time frame, you know, and this trend line is quite a strong trend line. Okay, so I think if we do get a spike up, here is, look where it's going to, the daily, maybe spike above the daily. I think that's an ultimate position up there. That's a really great position. But it's struggling to get above these boxes right now. These boxes, you can literally just copy and paste the price and put your stop loss a bit higher. I think, you know, you could get a quick, good trade off these back down to these lower time frame ribbons. It's hard to trade this at the moment because Trump, he knows exactly what he's doing. And you'll find that these announcements will come out at certain levels, you know, like maybe at support, he'll say something good, like ceasefire talks and all this sort of stuff. And then at resistance, that's when a negative announcement is going to come out. Like if we spike up into this daily, then expect an announcement around this area. That's not a good announcement, you know. But yeah, we've got higher targets, but it's riding up the 15-minute very nicely. I think we could spike up into the daily, maybe come above it into this resistance area up here. So all of this area here, you want to be active. You want to be active up here. Okay, so it's worth having alerts. If we get into this area, this is the area for shorting up here. This is like a little accumulation here. It's not really breaking down. It's accumulating before the daily. So we might spike up into the daily. And how long has it been since a 1-hour ribbon touch? We've got close. So we could see maybe a bit of a rejection to the bottom of here, find support. Probably find support at these levels and then maybe move up. But I want to be shorting up here at the daily. I'm just going to put a box. It's going to be quite a big box. You can see that we're starting to get that momentum going up. I've seen a few people on X, one new guy that I follow from the Retail Army that has started shorting already, and he said it's going to be a big trade. Well, it might be a bit too early at the moment. Maybe just a bit too early. But yeah, trend lines are coming down as well. So right now, currently, I think the shorting is the play. So the US 500, if we get up to here, start loading up those shorts, okay? In my opinion. We might not make it, but I think we might. We might. I hope we do make it up to here because we can get some great shorts up here. We're still doing higher. Maybe people that are late longing could be wiped out down at these levels. At the 4 hour down here. Might sweep this and then move up. Okay, I would draw arrows, but the arrows don't stay where I put them. Maybe I do an arrow like this. Okay, that arrow's actually staying there. So that's the US 500. At the moment, it is saying up to the daily. And when we broke above the 4 hour, we didn't even retest the 4 hour. So maybe a retest of the 4 hour down here. Let's bring the 4 hour. Bring that down to the 4 hour. This zone. Down and then maybe up. But eventually this will break down. Another thing that I'm trading at the moment is this, the UK 100. Where we have hit I've got so many lines on here. It might be a bit confusing. We don't need this anymore. This is the current 4 hour trend line, which it has rejected off perfectly. You see that? And then if we come to a lower time frame, you can see this trend line here, again, being rejected, but we are bouncing off the 1 hour. So this is something that you could see on the US 500. We're bouncing off the 1 hour now, and we could go up into these areas of resistance. But the UK 100 is actually above the daily right now. Let's get rid of these arrows from our last stream. I have already taken a short on this, which I got stopped out on down at the daily here. But that's okay. You know, take a small loss. When we get filled up here, we are targeting lower. When we get filled on this pump up, you can see that we have come off the bottom of the weekly. Okay, this is where I took basically all of my profits from this trade down here at the bottom of the weekly. We've bounced. We've had this dead cat bounce, as the greatest mentor says. It is a dead cat bounce, and we will continue this journey down, in my opinion, to the monthly, which is right down here. Now, if we're looking at this on the monthly time frame, it will take us into May, and there's that saying that sell in May and go away. But it might be a case of actually buy in May and go away. And that will take us down here to May. And then if we are down here at these levels, Bitcoin is going to be down at lower levels as well to our targets down here, because Bitcoin's already been beaten down. So that's when we could see those wicks down into 50s, maybe the 40s. And that is going to be a really nice entry for some longer holds, maybe for a higher retest. But Bitcoin is already underneath the monthly. And you can see what happened here. We went right down below under the monthly, and it took many months. Many months. So we're already down below. We could get that sweep down to the 50s, 55. Okay, so I want to go back to the UK 100 real quick, because I want to talk about this correlation that's happening between this and another trade that I'm eyeing up, which is the Japanese yen. So if we go to a 12-hour time frame, Okay, so I'm actually starting to long the Japanese yen here. I had a trade down here from this breakout when we got above the ribbon down here. I had this trade. I've already closed it out. But I might load up another long here for the target of this trend line up here into the 161, into these levels up here. And it's just a case of putting a stop loss below the 1 day ribbon around here and moving up to this trend line where we can get a big short on the Japanese yen. So comparing this, so we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 12-hour candles red. On the UK 100, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles up. So the correlation is the FTSE 100 is moving up and the Japanese yen is moving down. So that's just a simple correlation that I've seen there. So I can flip my short on the UK 100 when these profits come in, and I'll flip them into a long here. But ideally, I want to be getting into a short up here, and that will probably come when the FTSE 100 comes down to the daily and comes lower. Now, I'm not sure how this correlation is going to work when the Japanese yen gets to higher prices, because there's some levels above. Like if we can get a double top on the Japanese yen around this level and maybe push up past it, would be amazing for a huge short on the Japanese yen. That's when the carry trade will probably break down again. Do you remember we had all that carry trade situation going on? When was that? I think that was in 24 maybe, I can't remember. But yeah, I think this trend is where I want to start shorting the Japanese yen. Where's my euro trade? I might have removed it because I'm out of the trade now. I use a couple of devices on different accounts, so I can't actually see. Okay, I can't actually see the euro trade right now. But yeah, so in summary, we are short in the UK 100. We are short in the S&P 500 when we get into those levels. So we're short in the US 500 when we get into the ribbon and the daily. The weekly and the daily are lining up here quite nicely. And we are going to short the UK 100 as well on this move up. And we want it to come down. We want it to come down lower. But it's had a real bounce. This is a very nice weekly bounce, but I don't think it's going to last. A few YouTubers that I watch are talking about QE, and when QE happens, they love to print money and pump it into the stock market. So that could play a factor in this rising up. I'm not sure how that would work out, but we'll take that as it comes. Nvidia also moving up on the daily. It's coming into this resistance, this trend line, the 12-hour and the daily here. I think, again, short this. And if it goes up higher, okay, we'll take a small loss and then we'll load up more shorts up here. The DXY breaking down. It's in daily support now. So it's had this range. It's tried to break out of this range up at the highs. So you could have had some nice shorts up here on the DXY, but now it's back at the daily. See how it acts around the daily here. But this could take us into the end of the week. If this moves up, then crypto moves down and vice versa. Bitcoin is actually struggling under the daily right now. Above the 4-hour. So Bitcoin could find some strength here, and then maybe it will move up to the range highs again, maybe take out the highs up to the 85k that I was targeting before, and we could get another short on Bitcoin. And another coin that I am currently shorting is Tau. Not sure on this device where it is. Let's just add Tau. it's on the pinks. And Tau, I took out most of my short position on this. So I had a short from this trend line up here. I took out most of it at the bottom of the 4-hour ribbon, but now we are rising up, and I want this to go higher, push higher. I really want it to get up to these highs again, and maybe even a bit higher. I will start loading up my shorts again, and my liquidation level for this will be, you know, quite high, to be honest. Or my stop loss will be quite high, should I say. So Tau is finding strength, and we will be testing soon this OB cluster. Let's just call it a cluster. Give me this little cluster here. Okay, so we come into this level again. It's probably worth taking a short. If we close above this, we'll probably retest this box and move higher. That's when we will start loading up another short. If it can get up there. It might not even get up there. Okay, and so that's that. Let's import our list. Let's import. Where is it? Upload list. Here we go. So these are the coins of the day which are getting volume. These are all ones. Wow. This one. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What is going on here? So this trade failed. Rejected. On the daily, it got above again, and it has really moved. This has been a silent mover, this one. Wow. This has done 600%. Let's get some data on this coin. We need to know its market cap. Stake stone. Okay, it's got a small market cap, this coin. And this coin has got a very small market cap, and its funding rate can we add a okay, stake stone. Can't find out this coin's let's empty all this. So I can't find out this coin's funding rate, but looking at this coin, I think we could possibly see a spike up to these levels. I don't think it's done. I need to find its funding rate. 1 second. It's not on my normal funding rate site. Okay, yeah, so this has got quite negative funding right now. It's 0.2. So I think this one will continue. So what you can do on this one is long this. It sounds crazy. It really does sound crazy. But, and I have this little thing down here as well, which is saying, okay, the short is good at the moment, but you can clearly see this is very strong. Very strong. And also, okay, so this one is one of them ones which has got 72% long short ratio. Okay. When I have found that when a coin has 72 or in the 70s% of people shorting it than longing it, then the market makers will just keep sending this higher. And the liquidations is, although it is good, they have made money liquidating people on this. They've not made enough yet, in my opinion. So this one very much, I think, has potential to go higher, and my target is up here at, it sounds crazy because it's another move of 140%, but I think it could do that. And the other thing you got to be careful of is the wicks. See, this wick alone is 40%, okay? And if it was to go down to the 1 hour, that's a 34% move down. Okay, so this one is definitely one to short. Huge shorter, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. And I think where it's respecting the 15-minute on the way up, I think you could do some bids down here at the 15-minute. See, even if you rode this up on the ribbon from this entry, there's 140% move up, guys. That's huge. So stake stone. It's worth playing with stake stone with low money. And what I'll be looking for here, look at that. See this wick down. And that was the wick down to the daily, I think. Well, it's not even touched the daily. This has not touched the daily since last week. I think it's nearly been a week since this daily retest. Yeah, it's been over a week. So, yeah, I think the shorts are piling in on this. As the shorts pile in, they will want to take those people that are trying to short it to make money. And they'll keep sending it higher. It's as simple as that on Stakestone. This is how simple it is. The long-short ratio is 70%, so there's so many people shorting this. The funding rate is very negative. Okay, they've made in the last 24 hours 5 mil by liquidating people, or nearly 5 mil liquidating people, and it's got good interest. So I think this will go higher. Probably don't start shorting this until this trend line, this daily trend line, gets triggered up here. This is where you want to be shorting, in my opinion. Okay, because its market cap is not quite shortable yet. It's very, very small market cap still. It's only 70 mil. Even if it gets up to here, it's in that zone then. It's in that, it will be in that zone up here. It could break down sooner, but I think it won't. So keep an eye on Stakestone. This one might be worth putting the bot on it. If you had put Ribbon Rider long on this coin, you can see what kind of entries you would have had. If you don't know, Ribbon Rider long is a trading bot that trades the ribbon. So once it loads up, you'll see where it got its position. Anyway, we've spent too long on this one. But you can see these entries here. This entry. Okay. Anyway, if you wanted to, you could just put a short bot on this as well to wait. Because when this breaks down and they've doing whatever they want to do with it, then it will get underneath the 4-hour ribbon and eventually it will go down. But you just got to be patient. But at the moment, I think it's crazy to say because it's up so high, but you could long this on the ribbon touches. Okay, so you could order at the 15-minute, put an order at the 1 hour, even put an order at the 4 hour down here, and you want to be in this for when it moves up to the target up here. Okay, so I'm watching Stake Stone big time. Let's move on. Blur. Wow. These coins are moving crazy. Blur. What are you doing? In this one candle up, it's touched this resistance here. So if it moves up, you can see this resistance. If we've got enough data, the weekly could also act as resistance. Okay, so you can see right there and maybe up to the top of the weekly. If Blur carries on, then sure, it could get up there. Let's see some data on Blur. Very red funding rate again. But the long short ratio is not too bad actually. So this one is another contender. It's not got much volume. It's not got many liquidations at the moment. So Blur, keep an eye on Blur. All you got to do on this is drop down to a lower time frame, 1 hour, 15 minute. You can see you would have had a nice trade here on the 1 hour from this trend line. Boom, boom, boom. But now it's at the 15 minute. It could bounce off the 15 minute like it has been doing the whole way up and then go higher. So could be good for a long here on Blur. If it rejects off the 15 minute, then this is the OB bid to short. It could just punch straight. Well, actually, this one is the OB bid to short where it is now. But it could just punch through this. And as that is broken for it, let's look. Maybe there's another trend line here, so we could get up into these levels. So that's Blur. I want to see it break down, but it might pump up higher. Simple as that. Orders would be up here on trend lines, and you're just quick in, out, in, out. Ontology, this is a higher market cap coin. Again, respecting the 15 minute on the way up. Let's zoom out a bit. Okay, it's coming into resistance now. It's above the weekly. We have this trend line, which my indicator is drawing here. I don't really like that trend line as much. But we have this trend line as well. So this area could be good. This has no reason to pump, really. This has no reason to pump. So yeah. Could probably make good money shorting this coin as well. I don't think it's I mean I don't think it's gonna go up to these levels. This would really send it. But it's worth looking to see if the Koreans are on this. Let's see. Probably is the Koreans. This has a market cap of 100 million, so it's still quite small. It's not in the sweet spot of like 300 million, and yeah, it's the Koreans on this. The Koreans are 36% of the volume on this, so we're watching this. Shorting in this area will probably do quite well. Kernel is at weekly resistance now. I think this one's an even smaller market cap. It's funny. It's like they select the coins for the cycle that are going to be... where is it? Kernel Dow. This market cap is even smaller. So... you can see what it did here. So again, on this, maybe come down to a 1 hour time frame. It's not really showing It actually did close above this OB. So if this area can hold, then maybe Kernel could go higher, but pretty hard to tell on this. All right, Knight. This one's been moving up and down and up and down and up and down. Charles Hoskinson's latest venture. Right, I think he's just said, fuck it, I'm going to scam. Charlie Boy has just admitted defeat, kind of. And he's paying the market makers. So, Knight, it's really not getting above the daily. But it has put in a higher low here. 4-hour time frame. Rejecting off the 4-hour. It's kind of, look, it's higher low, sweeping. OB long. I personally, it's in the middle. Personally, I would want to start shorting above these highs. On Night, Justin Sun wants to join the party, doesn't he? And when Justin Sun joins the party, he can really send this. This is respecting the daily very nicely. So you could have got good orders around here at the daily. But a beat down on this would send us back down here. You can see a wonderful double bottom on Sun, actually. So your optimal entry was that double bottom there. And broke above, retested, moved up, retesting. Just dropped down to a 4-hour time frame. Well, it's holding the 4-hour. And if Justin Sun wants to pump this coin, then well, it really does move up and down quite fast. It really does move up and down a lot. I don't think we're going into a bullish environment over the next few weeks, though. But maybe April will surprise everyone because, you know, the saying, sell in May and go away. Well, that would take us into May. I don't think. Look at the weeks that it had here being bullish. June, July, August, September. But rejected once off the weekly. See what it does. It's above the daily. So hard to predict this, to be honest. But we have this trend line here. So it failed to get above. Trying again. So maybe if it breaks this trend line and retest and then maybe move up. But I'm putting it on the watch list. Not too sure on this. The longs were best down here on the daily. Monad. Again, look how it's respecting the daily. We had this trade set up from a long time ago. We've got this OB that it's not getting above. It's not even closing 50% above the OB. But Monad, what is the market cap of this Monad? 266 million. Let's get some information. Funding rates all green. Maybe we could just see this like a range. Pretty sure this was like a super hyped up ICO or something like that. So if Monad can get above here, I'd probably like to short it. But I mean, even this range that it's in now, where it is right now, could be a good shorting area. We might see it break down and come down to these lows. But I can't say for sure on these coins at the moment, to be honest. Really can't say for sure. Watching that say, oh Christ. Oh Christ. Say what happened to you. This was the one that was like, everyone loved it because it was like Sui or something. Oh God. I mean, if this can find volume and get up to the weekly, it's got above the daily. I mean, it's got above the 1 hour. It's just pathetic, isn't it? What is going on with say? It's got slightly red funding rates. Say's market cap. It's still got a $300 million market cap. Man, this could go even lower. This could go even lower. So maybe a short at the daily, to be honest, because it's just been rejecting off the daily all the way down. Excuse me. Yeah, let's get another rejection off the daily, and then it can do a double bottom, and you might see something. Come on. Do you know, I'm not even interested in say Ray. Okay, I'm gonna watch say, because its volume is $140 million and its market cap is 300 million. So maybe they want to do some funky stuff on say Ray. Oh, Ray say. Ray is at the top of a little accumulation range here, which has lasted since February. So it's been in this range for a couple months. It has broke above the daily. It did a little retest of the daily as well. This is Solana based. Let's go to a 4 hour. Okay, so so here. Yep. So it's broke above this range. It's let's have a look at 12 hour. This area is the OB area here. Okay. So maybe a retest down to here. And Ray is getting good volume. Ray is getting $167 million in volume, and it's $180 million market cap. So they have protected this level down here very well. Triple it. I think you take profits quick, but Ray could be heading to the weekly. This is its next target, really, and it's quite a large weekly ribbon band. Yeah, okay. What move is that? 32%. Maybe we bring this down a little bit. Yeah, Ray, I would keep my size small on this, and what I would do is bid the 1 hour. So here, bid this 1 hour. Might be even worth, if you are a bot owner, is set up the bots. In fact, let's do it live. Let's set up a bot trade live on Ray and see how it goes. So ribbon rider long. Open up this. Right then. Ticker symbol. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this. Ray, 1 hour. And the time is here. The order size we will do on the dashboard. We are going to do a ribbon offset stop loss of 2%, which would take us. Okay. 1 hour might not be the best because we do have the 4 hour down there as well. But we can trade this on a 1 hour, see what we wake up to tomorrow. And we can just do a free RTP. We're only going to take 50% out when we hit a free R trade. We'll let the rest run. We'll turn that off. We're not going to use a safety line. Okay, that's all we need. We could actually turn on the weekly here and target the weekly for a 50% move. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Weekly ribbon. The other 50% is going to come out when we touch the weekly ribbon. Okay. Okay. Right. That is set up, ready to go. Ray, we're going to save this. Ray. I'm going to come back and link it up after the stream, because I don't want to release my information. But yeah, Ray could be a quick bounce play. I kind of like it. It's getting good volume. Plasma, oh Christ, look at this one. Today you could have had an amazing trade. So Ray could do something similar. This is actually, look at this. Although Ray has already done this move up, I think something similar here. Look, see how it touched the 1 hour here and then moved up? So, yeah, Plasma has done what I think Ray could do, but see some higher time frames. Not enough data for a weekly ribbon. Ray getting above the daily right now. So it could reject here and come down maybe for a double bottom down here. At these levels on Plasma. Again, this one's a super low market cap coin as well. Oh no, it's not 184 million. That's not too bad. It's not getting crazy volume. This one might not make it past this trend line actually. This trend line might hold quite strong. And it's good resistance up here. So yeah, could be worth a short, but not too interested to be honest on Plasma. We got to see some funding rate data on Plasma. Yeah, the funding rates are green still on Plasma, so not too interested. Impossible Cloud Network. What a name. What's the score? View them. New coin on, well, it's not new, but it's holding above the weekly. We've got a real trend here for a good target. Drop it down into a lower time frame. The 4 hour. Rejecting off the bottom of the 4 hour at the moment. But it is testing the daily. 15-minute time frames. It's just going sideways, isn't it, really? It's not really doing too much. Impossible Cloud Network. Red funding, not super red funding. $104 million market cap. Or if it can get above these trend lines and test the 4 hour again, I'll probably be interested in maybe pulling off a long. But it's quite choppy. See, it really doesn't respect it too much. It doesn't respect the indicator too much. On the way down, it does quite well. So if this can get maybe up to this trend line, I'll probably short it, but I'm not really too interested in long in this coin. Actually, we've got another trend line possibility here. One to watch, one to watch. Can't make my mind up on that, to be honest. We'll see, we'll see. Mina, pump down. Testing the daily though. Failed to close above the daily at the moment. The weekly is calling it up there though. Yeah, I know a lot about this Mina. I used to, when I was a fundamentalist, I knew that they were doing a lot to do with games. But yeah, now a double pumped up might just be cooked now, to be honest. And these altcoins can send into their lower levels. If we get up here on Mina, maybe I'll pull some shorts on it, but I'm not too interested in long in here, to be honest. Okay, this one I am interested in shorting, this one. And we've actually got some drawings on here as well from on this device. So this one is getting negative funding rates. And it's getting good volume. Let me just double check. Area. Okay, no, the volume's dying off on this. 46 million now. Oh no, the volume is actually going up. Its market cap is 126 million. Massively negative funding rates though. Massively negative funding rates. So yeah, this one has already had its. You could have already had a position on this one here at this trend line touch. I'm watching this. 1 hour touch. 1 hour breakdown. Aria's being watched. Zama, this is another one of them coins from this cycle which got pumped and dumped. Bouncing off the daily. In the middle. It's really trying to get above the 4 hour right now. It's tested once. Swept these lows again. Honestly, probably just short it. It's trying. Zama. Only a $50 million market cap. And it's only getting $64 million. Yup. Not too interested in Zama. SKL, I've seen a lot of people talking about this one and its moves. Above the 4 hour, retest the 4 hour. Now it's up at resistance at the 1 hour. Yeah, it's above the 1 hour as well. So SKL. It's only getting $39 million. Volume's dropping off. And the funding rate. Funding rate is red. Bit small. This one's a bit small for me, but I mean, above the daily, right? Big move above the daily. The weekly is just there. Who's behind the pump? Bit fun. Yeah, not too keen on this one at the moment. G touched the weekly, rejected. Sitting above the daily at the moment. If you are trading this on lower time frame, it's holding above the 4 hour. It's trying to get above the 1 hour right now. So I mean, it's looking like it's going to close above the 1 hour. To be honest. Today it's just been accumulating here. What you find though is before the move up, you get a wick down. Like down, 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 wick down, up. This one could be quite good actually. G it's getting more volume than its market cap, and let's have a look at yep, negative funding. Yeah, there's quite a few people long in it. So what do we want to see? I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this little cluster, but I'm seeing this here as a target. If it does break up here, I'll probably move stop loss to break even if it gets up to here. And then up here, we've got this cluster. I would probably just take that as the second target. That would take us into the weekly ribbon as well. And that would be a nice move of, well, it's only a 9% move, that, to be honest. Crazy wicks on this one. Not had a higher time frame trend line touch yet. Could see G move up into these levels. Had this daily bounce back above the daily. Not too sure, not too sure. Little double, higher low. Maybe trade this on a lower time frame. Trying to get above the 1 hour. G's getting watched. Cat, I've had a trade on this. It's kind of died out now. Oh, I mean, it's just going down. You could just short this down. Down, 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 down. It's got to get above the 1 hour. I'm not even watching that one. ZBT. Oh, here we go. How high can this go? ZBT. Oh god, this market cap is so small, but it's getting all right volume. Yeah, I'm not really. It's a small market cap. It could really go up, but not really much to go on. It's at resistance now as well, so They could just wick this up, but I'm not too interested. I mean, it's at a short in level, but its market cap is 27 million, so a wick could go off on this. So we've got our list. Well, I've been streaming. We've had a bounce off the 15. Oh, we haven't. Didn't come down to the 15. Night rejecting. Sun rejecting. Mon. Probably going to reject in it. Probably going to reject. Say. Probably going to reject. Rejects. Ray. Underneath. Plasma. Trying to move higher. This is the one I think you'll get paid on the most. When it eventually goes. Okay. Okay, this is the shortlist today. If you tuned in live, thanks for watching. If you tuned in late, it's a bit of a slow one. And wrap it up there. This is what I'm trading today. Although a lot of the trades really have happened, like the longs have happened. I think the shorts are coming. The ones that we are shorting mainly is this UK 100 when it gets up to these levels. The Japanese yen, I'm starting long in this. And the US 500, we're pushing up like we said. Start shorting up there. Nvidia again, we'll short up here. DXY could come down to the weekly and bounce up. Okay, guys, that is it. Wrapping it up.